Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Retro Joe. It is time for another edition of Sunday Night Zelda. Welcome to the stream. Let's get it going. Yet another first quest playthrough of Legend of Zelda Original. This is a slight modification of the original game. What it is a ROM hack that is called the 2021 edition. It's basically the same exact game, except there's a couple of little updates, but basically the same exact game. You won't see too much difference, but we will have fun regardless and have a great time tonight. So it's good to see you all. Happy Sunday Night Zelda to you. And let's get it going. All right, we're going to do a new game here. Just getting up the chats and the alerts. Hope everyone's doing well. Jerry, Thomas, welcome to the stream. Multi-chat is up. We are ready to rage it. We're ready to rage it. All right, let's go. Shane, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. What's up, Gil? Welcome to the stream, my man. Good to see you back as well. V, welcome. Red side check is good. Got those streams going on. Justin Vogel, Mark, welcome. What's up, Jason? What's up, PJ Bailey? Yeah, you know it, man. It is going to be a classic first quest run tonight. All the chats are up. Let's get it going. Let's put the date in. 5/3, May 5th, 2026. May 5th, 2026. We are broadcasting from the Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America area. Let's start it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday, James Cabanas. Welcome, John Tucker. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. What's up, everyone? Ronald says... What's up, Ronald? Yes, V did change her name to Mystic Evening. Bobby, welcome. Time to begin, and you know it. Kayshawn, welcome to the stream. Mondo, thank you for the... Mando Boba, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Shane says tomorrow is Star Wars Day already. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Where did April go? Amazing. Kayshawn with the heart mate. Chrono Triggered says, what version is this? This is a ROM hack. It's called the 2021 edition. It's basically the same thing with a couple of different differences. You can see, for example, the self-filling map right there, the overworld map. That's one difference. The font is different, and there's a couple of different sprite modifications. Excuse me, modifications, and that's it. So not too much, not too crazy. Basically, just the original, with a couple of modifications. You can see that the shield is a little different. It's basically what it's trying to do is do the shield from Ocarina of Time with the branch thing on the shield. Ronald with, to start the stream off, a 5-pack of gifted subs, my man. Thank you so much, Ronald. Let's go, dude. That's my sub dance, by the way. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's a little different, Chrono Triggered. Take this sword. Take this sword and beep. Take the sword and beep, bro. Thank you for joining, everyone. Let's get it. So first things first, 2 heart containers. Actually bombs and then 2 heart containers. But, you know, we're going to do it the Retro Joe way. We're going to do it the Retro Joe way and see how it goes. We should be good. Yeah, no cross. So basically, they took all of the crosses out of the game. So the crosses on the gravestones as well are gone. So basically, all the Christianity imagery is gone out of the game. Just one of the things they did. The gravestones have Triforces on them. The book no longer has the cross on it to have the idea that it's a Bible, although the original Legend of Zelda version from the Famicom says Bible for the book. So originally that's what it was supposed to be, so to speak, or that's what the item was called, but it's been changed in this version. And I think in the North American version they changed it as well. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Chrono Triggered? Yeah, so when Zelda first came out in Japan, they really leaned into the Christian imagery, which is really interesting. I tried to find some information on it, but there wasn't too much out there, so yeah, Jesus was on the cross in the booklet of Zelda 2 in Japan. It was either Zelda 2 or Zelda 1, but exactly. James McClenny, welcome to the stream. May the 4th be with you, followed by the revenge of the 5th. Let's go. What's up, AJ? Welcome to the stream. Benjamin, welcome. Hello, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, Seth, welcome. Justin Vogel with 150 stars. Appreciate that. Bob Lovinger, what's up? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, so 1 heart container, 2 heart containers. We're going to try to go through this as quick as possible. We're going to do it the Retro Joe way, of course, just like they do at Jersey Mike's, the Mike's way. I never get the Mike's way. It's too much. Too much. I mean, I would like it, but all the oil, I think they put like the oil stuff on it. It's like, just give me my sub with my vegetables. We'll be good. We'll be good to go. Yeah, the Triforce is designed after Trinity. Yep. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. James says, so Joe, I told a coworker who greatly enjoys Tetris 99 about your stream, so hopefully he'll join you eventually. All right, James, that'd be awesome. I appreciate that, brother. John Tucker says, Ocarina of Time game had the fire temple with the Muslim chant. Yes, that's right, and they did change it. They released 2 versions of Ocarina of Time in North America. The first one, it was like 1.0 and 1.1. Ronald with 100 stars. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate the generosity tonight, brother. Thank you so much. And then there was another version of Ocarina of Time released, and they took that music out. Or actually, they didn't take the music out. They just took the chants out in the background, I believe. And we got a star party going. Let's go. Over on Blue Side. I appreciate that. Elvis, welcome to the stream. Jason Lauer, what's up? Derek, hello. We're raging it tonight. We're raging it. So yeah, it was, it's pretty interesting. You know, I had a theory about why they included so much Christian imagery in these early Zelda games. I feel like either the developers, I don't know how much the developers knew about Christianity when they developed the game. I mean, there weren't too many developers on this. I think there were like 5 people that worked on this game at the most. If I'm remembering correctly. So, you know, there wasn't just like a huge corporate team of, you know, 100 developers or whatever, hundreds of people that worked on it. So I think maybe they were planning on kind of appealing to a Western audience. That's my theory on it. Yeah, they were all Japanese, John, for sure. Yeah, and I don't know how much about Christianity that they knew. You know, it was the early mid 80s, so you know, it wasn't a global economy and communications, internet wasn't there, so I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. Life is good, Jason. That's good, brother. That's really good to hear, man. I know it sounds cliche, but when life is good, it's good, brother. What's up, Dave? What's up, Joe? Scooby, welcome to the stream. Chrono says, so the direction of Zelda went to Hylia, or Hylia, for its religion because of U.S. censorship. Yeah, right. Isn't that kind of ironic, I would say? You know, they theoretically, and this is my theory, they were trying to appeal to a Western audience, and in the Western countries, they were like, nope. But, you know, interesting. Thank you, Dave. I'd like to read more about that, just out of curiosity. James Heffernan, what's up? 1,252 day followers. Thank you, James. You've definitely been around for a long time, brother. I appreciate it. John Tucker says, wonton soup, shrimp fried rice sounds so good. Who's having that? Is that you? Shane says, back in the 1800s or whatever, they put crosses on most of armor. Yeah, that's right. Well, like medieval times, right? When I think about Japan and Nintendo, I immediately think of Chinese food. I know, John, but of course, it was Japan, not China. But hey, playing Zelda with Chinese food at your side is not a bad thing. And speaking of amazing things, Mike Bell with a 2,000 star drop. Mike, thank you so much, brother. Let's go. Good luck tonight. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the generous star drop. Ronald with 130 red cups and fresh keg. Cold kegger. Dude. We completed the star party. Thank you so much. 2130. Appreciate that. Gas prices are getting higher. Yeah, man. I know. Kind of crazy, dude. So Gil says, Gil says some kind of explanation. Let's check it out. Let's check out what Gil says there in the chat. Christian symbols were added to early Zelda games, Gil says, primarily because the creators based in Japan were drawing upon medieval European high fantasy aesthetics to create a sense of adventure, mystery, and exotic fantasy, right? Yeah, so I guess that comes from the... Yeah, so I guess that comes from like the medieval imagery with the like, so for example, the Crusaders with the crosses on the gear, on the armor and things like that, and the shields. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, California is pretty brutal with the gas prices. Historically, they've been too. What's up, Ryan? Welcome to the stream. James says September 2nd will mark 1,234 days. Dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, man. Let's go. Thank you for the generous donations on the stream. We just started. I appreciate it so much. You have the books for Legend of Zelda? That's awesome, Gil. The original books. One thing about FB, you see videos of people doing the craziest things. Cave crawling, high cliff diving. Ronald, you can find all kinds of crazy stuff on social media across all platforms. The cave stuff is amazing. They have, I've watched videos of people going into underwater caves, so the cave diving. So instead of just diving, they dive into caves underwater, and that is probably the scariest thing I've ever seen. What's up, Josh? Sunday Night Zelda and NHL playoffs. Let's go. I think the Bruins are out and the Celtics are out, unfortunately. I was playing a show last night with the band, and the Celtics game was on, and everyone was like cheering for them, and then they lost. They barely lost too. I think that it was like was it 117 to, I think something so like 117 to 119. It was more than that, I think. But yeah, it was rough. That was rough. What's up, John? Who knows? Welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you in here, my man. Go Flyers, Joe says. Thank you for the G's. Let's go. Go Wild and Wolves, Josh says. We need a championship in Minnesota. GG's. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. You're up to almost a year, Jason. Thank you, brother. Yes. Baby Cakes, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Yes, Sunday Night Zelda here at Retro Joe. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here. We're just playing some straight up Zelda. This is a little bit of a ROM hack, but basically the same as the original. What's up? What's up, Jake? Welcome. Oh, was it Gil 109 to 100? Is that what the score was for the Celtics game? Yeah, crazy Shane, right? Crazy. That's a whole discussion in itself. John says, I haven't played this game in a good while. Yeah, this is a classic, man. I mean, when I was a kid, this was the first game I really got into, so this holds a lot of nostalgia for me. And it really is a huge part of my childhood. Rob says, as a Lakers fan, I'm happy the Celtics choked. Matt N with the heart me. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that, brother. Welcome to the stream. It's raining tacos. I wouldn't mind that as long as it doesn't rain tacos too long. Mike Bell says, I'm having 50% Wagyu beef. 50% pork pickle cheeseburger. Dude, let's go. Let's go, man. That sounds amazing. So yeah, you just grind it together. And that sounds great, man. Sounds great. One of the few Boston teams I hate. The Patriots? Oh, dude. Tom Brady, the GOAT, right? What's up, Madden? Yeah, Tom Brady, the GOAT, bro. You stopped watching NBA a while ago? Why, Gil? All right, off to level 2. Whose followage is that? Oh. Isn't there a movie about raining food? Yeah, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I think. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Isn't that like a kid's movie? I don't remember. Rob says I like the Chicago Bears. All right, my man. What's that movie about? My cousins used to watch it when they were kids, and I don't remember what it was. John Connor says, isn't your stuffy cloud... Wait, isn't your stuff cloudy if you have syphilis? Maybe. I think so. Yeah, I think so. You mean your pee? Now, is that your real name, John Connor? Because that's a cool name. For reasons. I use Game Genie, James? How dare you, dude? How dare you? Eagles? I have relatives in Philly. Remember when the Patriots beat the Eagles? He says, came to say hello on Blue Side. Hello, V. If you're joining us from a foreign country, welcome to the stream. We're talking some American sports, although I feel like American sports are pretty well known throughout the world, particularly in Europe. I had a person I used to know a long time ago, a while ago, that was from England and was very into American football. So I know some places in Europe follow American sports. Like, it's fairly popular. The Patriots beat the Eagles. I know, Steve. Yeah, I remember that. And my cousins in Philly were not happy about it. What's up, Brian? Good times, though. Good times. Scooby says, Joe, on YouTube, there's a song called "It's Raining Toilets." Bro, that would be really bad. That would be really bad. Wesley says, how do you have the map? The map, so if you're talking about the overworld map, that is in addition to this version. This version's a ROM hack, so it adds a couple things to it and changes the game a bit. But, I mean, the game is the same. There's just some quality of life improvements, some sprite differences. One of the things about this version is the self-filling map on the overworld. So that's how we have that. It's a ROM hack. It's called the 2021 edition. It's a little bit of a change. You can see that the font is different. What's up, Kelly MacArthur? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a great weekend and a lovely dinner, if it's dinner time where you're at. Oh, arena football? Is that like the... That's like the... Do they still have that? Is it called the... Oh, what's it called? The AFL, I think? I actually liked it. People poo-pooed it, but I actually liked it. That's the indoor football league, right? With the small fields. What's up, Joseph? Dinner is at 9 p.m., Rob says. XFL, that's right, Gil. Thank you. Yes, XFL, yeah. I actually liked it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it. So you can see the self-filling map in the upper left-hand corner there. That is an addition to this ROM hack. It's basically the same as the original version, but just with certain things added. Hello, Ronald. Hello, GG's. Thank you, Kevin Wertz. Appreciate it. What's up, Jackie? Welcome to the stream. Michael Stout, hello. Welcome to Sunday Night Zelda. Matt V says, remember when Nick Foles beat Tom Brady? I do, I think. What team did he play for? I don't follow sports that closely, so please excuse my ignorance with sports. So if you say something I don't know what it is, and you're going to be like, Joe, come on. What's the matter with you? Everyone knows that. It's like, I know. I don't pay attention to it that closely. Scooby says, I'm eating barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs, and mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, man. You're all going to make me hungry. Derek says, XFL, St. Louis had the Battlehawks. Ka is law? Q. Ka is law. Went to a game last year. Totally fun. Derek, it looks amazing. I remember when they first started playing it. I want to say... Oh, I don't know. When did it debut? I'm just going to take a guess. I remember watching it like 2004 or 5, maybe? Somewhere around there. Not an all-item run, Mike. As you can see, I skipped the magical boomerang in level 2. Was it like 04, 05 they debuted XFL? I remember my buddy was watching it where he was like, oh, this is horrible, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think it's kind of cool. Ka is the law, Nick says. All right, that's something. I'm not sure what that is. Gonna hold off making tacos until Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. You don't follow sports at all, John? Yeah, I mean, I always say in the streams anytime we start talking about sports is I like sports. I enjoy watching them, professional sports. I just, you know, if I'm with like a bunch of buddies and we're hanging out, and I like it. I like watching it, but other than that, I don't really follow it. Don't forget the Cats Float and get the book. Dude, man, I would really, really love to someday get some Retro Joe merch. In fact, I was thinking about Retro Joe merch recently. I'd love to do like Retro Joe PJs. I talked about this a while ago, but the issue is I would like to find a company that does really, really good quality like sweatpants or PJs. I talked about this a long time ago, probably a couple years ago. I was thinking about a onesie too. But, yeah, everyone does like hats and hoodies, but we'll do something. We'll do something. The XFL is a UFL now, and yes, it's still a thing. Thank you, Gil. Fajitas? Ooh, all right. Love fajitas. Derek says tennis. What about it? I like tennis. Grant says, hi to all, back from one of my long runs. 20 miler. Nice, dude. You tear it up, man. You tear it up. I gotta get back to my running routine. I haven't done it in a while. Not. Might just need to do some stickers before I do the merch. Scooby says, I watch boxing and football and baseball. Nice. James says, I had macaroni and cheese with brisket and macaroni and cheese with pulled pork. Also a large cup of banana pudding. And I was a bad boy today in regards to my diet. Yeah, dude. A Retro Joe hoodie that says, don't forget to cast float. Yeah, all the things from the stream. All the things from the stream. Don't forget to cast float, full life fairy. Some other things that we say on the stream. Yeah. James says, if you have a Retro Joe onesie, it has to have the butt flap for easy bathroom use. I always thought the butt flap was weird, honestly. Coffee cup, cast float, that's pretty good, yeah. Oh, Rage It too. Yeah, Rage It. T-shirts. Yeah, man. Rob says, I walk nearly 20 miles to and from work daily. That's crazy, dude. When I hike, when I do 10-mile hikes, it takes me... I mean, the 10-mile hike that I did one time, it was about 5 or 6 hours. So I don't know how you do 20 miles, bro. That's crazy. JV, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Yeah, without a car, yeah. Rugby? Rugby's cool. Let's go. Kyle says, butt flap on PJs, but you need Cartman's mom for bathroom breaks. Like in the Make Love Not Warcraft episode. Yeah, that is crazy, dude. That episode is crazy. Crazy. So good, though. What's up, Vernon? That clip goes around social media every now and then. I'm gonna take these guys out. Let's go. Angel Princess, dark nuts everywhere. Yeah, they are crawling all over the place. Dickie Z, what's up on me? Welcome to the stream. The Imagination Land episodes. Oh, I can't remember what that is. Aaron Hughes, welcome. Good evening. I probably would know it, John, if I saw. Hey, a coffee cup that says cast photo radio would be perfect. That's true, V. Yeah, it would. What's up, Gigawatt? Welcome to the stream. JV says, I love this game. Any chance you play the real version of this game? Second quest where the red bubbles take your sword for good. JV, check out the past couple streams that I did. I played Second Quest a couple weeks recently. But yeah, I can definitely do the Second Quest. I think next Sunday Night Zelda we'll be doing Link to the Past, but I play Second Quest all the time. I just streamed it recently. I think either last week or the week before on Sunday. So check it out. It's all there in my live YouTube list. There's all kinds of stuff, JV. I think if you love this game, you would love my content. Yeah, Second Quest, let's go. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, we're trying to reach 500 subs on YouTube to get monetized there. That would be amazing. I appreciate that, JV. What's up, Joe? Welcome to the stream. Nick says, make a beehead t-shirt or a coffee mug. Yes, yes. There's so many things. There's so many things. So many things we could do. Rage it. Oh man, I mean, we got a rich community here with a lot of cool things over the years. I've been streaming about 8 years. Those of you who are new, so we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff we could do. Thank you, JV. John says the boys go into a portal and it takes them to a giant field loaded with DC, Marvel, Looney Tunes, Disney, horror, and other cartoons. Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera, and they're all running around having a war. I think I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember that. No up here, Angel Princess. We go this way. Grab those rupees. Let's see how well we do here. Let's one-shot it, or at least try to. Level 3 done. Let's go. What's up, Gara? T-shirts are cheap, even nice ones. You buy them in bulk. 100%, Ronald. Yeah. So if I'm going to do merch, I'm going to do high-quality stuff, even if it costs a little more. GG's. Brian, Mike. Appreciate it. Carlio, yes. First quest. 2021 ROM Hack Edition. GG's. Thank you, Kevin. We got it. Let's go. Level 4 time. Butters ends up defeating the evil imaginary characters, and it's an amazing trilogy. Oh man, you can't go wrong with that. South Park. It's amazing. And I remember when South Park first came out, I was mesmerized by it. What's up, Alex? Welcome to the stream, brother. Retro Virus. Retro Joe Virus. Dude, where did you get that? You said that one day. I'm like, where did that come from? Retro Virus Joe. Oh, that's the stomach virus, right? Alex says, next time this week I'll be done with virology class and can stop calling you Retro Virus. Oh, that's what it's from. The explanation was right there, right in front of me. You'll also be around more? Dude, virology is really interesting, isn't it? I'm sure you enjoyed that class. Was it difficult? We learned a little bit about it in biochem, but Ronald says get into substream. Yes, Ronald. I have subs on 2 platforms. No heart pieces in this game, just heart containers. John Tucker says the City Walk restaurant owner is funny too. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You were a TA for your virology professor? Whoa, let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, I never took bio in college, but I took biochem because I was a chemistry major, and I gotta tell you, blew my mind. Blew my mind. I've talked about it before on stream. Super interesting. Get in that door. Bobby says, my friend uses a company called Sullen, S-U-L-L-E-N. They do t-shirts. They use his artwork for their t-shirt sales. Highly recommend. All right, Bobby, I'll have to remember that. Sullen, S-U-L-L-E-N. Yeah, I just would definitely want to do like quality stuff. I recently got a hoodie that the material was super high quality, very thick, very like, I don't know what the word is, just thick in quality. So I'll have to look into that too. Jay Porter says, oh, virology class sounds interesting. Yeah, it does. The locked doors, we're doing it. Gene therapy blew your mind, JV? I'm sure, yeah. That stuff is super interesting. John Tucker says, in South Park, City Walk owner Tuong Lu Kim battles Mongolians who persistently try to destroy the Great Wall he builds around the town, often complaining about them breaking his beep wall. This feud began in Season 6, Child Abduction is Not Funny, and resurfaces in the Stick of Truth game where Lu Kim fights them off. I remember the Stick of Truth. Genius. Genius, I tell you. Oh no. You'll be good, Angel Princess. What am I playing? This is Legend of Zelda, first one. With a little bit of a modification. It's called the 2021 Legend of Zelda 2021 ROM Hack Edition. Welcome to the stream. You got the ladder. This is the best Zelda. I agree, JV. I mean, it's the one that started it all, and it really was innovative for its time. And I was saying earlier, it's very much part of my childhood, so, and hugely influential in a lot of the things I love in life. Music alone's amazing, yeah. Alex says, it's an online class, so mainly reading guides and discussing boards for grades, discussion boards for grades. That being said, the material is extremely technical and specialized. I'm doing fine, but I feel like I'd not be doing as well in a traditional classroom setting, if that makes sense. Yeah, I totally get it, Alex. Yeah, sometimes there's a little more pressure that way. What a hit. Let's go. Gonna have to take excuse me, we're gonna have to take this Gleeok the old-fashioned way. Can I blow bubbles at the camera? I don't have any bubbles, Chris. How am I gonna do that? You mean like a baby with my saliva? Is that what you mean? Oh, almost did a no-hit traditional two-headed Gleeok battle. Joe says, here's a cool idea. Retro Joe NES controller decals. I don't think I'd be able to do that legally, Joe, because that's like a copyrighted thing for Nintendo. But cool idea, though. GG's. Thank you, Brian. Bob and weave, bro. You know it. Almost a no-hit. Almost a no-hit. Let's go. When was the last time I ate a lollipop, John says? Couple weeks ago, I went into a place. It was a repair shop, auto repair shop, and they had a candy jar on the desk, and I took one. It was a Dum Dum? Is that what they call them? Yeah. You ate Whiz Robes? Yes. Matt Baca says, great game, but A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time are the GOATs. Yeah. Link to the Past, I'm a huge fan. Ocarina of Time, very good game. Link to the Past is one of my tops. Ocarina, great. Breath of the Wild. I'm a traditional Zelda player, as you can see, but Breath of the Wild is amazing. I know some traditional Zelda players aren't a fan of the new format of Zelda games, but for me, Breath of the Wild is a masterpiece. I'm going to say something, and I know it may be controversial, but I think Breath of the Wild is better than Ocarina of Time. I know, it's a little controversial, but it's not until level 6 when things will get rough, JV says. We'll see. We'll see. Master Sword Time is right, Angel Princess. Yep. This is how it's done. Let's go. Joe says, I couldn't agree with you more. What's up, Q2 the third? Welcome to the stream. Breath of the Wild was based on this. I know, JV. That's probably why I kind of like it so much. When's the next stream for Crimson Desert? Just published the schedule, Brian. So it's going to be tomorrow. We're going to continue Chapter 7 and probably finish Chapter 7, and then we're on to Chapter 8. I haven't really been doing much side stuff in the game. I'm just kind of going through the main story. And what we'll do with that game is beat the main story and then move on to something else. I know there's like a ton of content that I could do, a ton of side quests, all kinds of stuff. There's some people going crazy and 100%ing it. That's fine. I mean, I wouldn't call that crazy, but that's cool. We're not going to 100% it. We're going to go through the main story, maybe do things here and there, and then we're going to move on to a different game. So I'll probably end up putting like 100-ish hours into the game total, somewhere around there. I saw someone beat it in about 58 hours. Someone posted they beat it in 58 hours, so maybe we won't even touch 100 hours. We'll see. JV says Zelda 1 equals Breath of the Wild is Ocarina of Time better? Yeah, let's go, JV. I'll go with it. Let's go. Who else is hanging out in here? I'm sorry if I'm missing your comments. Breath of the Wild was based on all the games, Shane says. Yeah. So John says, do you lose a heart container forever if you choose the red potion? Yep, you do. You know, we could do that someday. do a red potion run instead of a heart container run. That would be kind of cool. I have done challenge runs on this. Agent Prison says Dr. Pepper Tic Tacs. Sounds good. Bobby says, I love the sequence of how you get the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild, but I wish it didn't have a degrade effect because after all, it's the Master Sword. Yeah, so, you know, you're saying that because it drains energy, you would like it to just be there, like instead of, so it doesn't break, but the energy drains. You worry the remake, so there is a remake of Ocarina coming out. You worry it will ruin the game. I mean, Nintendo has the capacity to make an epic game. The question is, will they... The question is, will they do it? They have the capacity to. The Master Sword needs a nap, yeah. Fusing the Master Sword is fun in Tears of the Kingdom. I have yet to play through Tears. I've played about 4 or 5 hours. That's about it. No shield yet, Angel Princess. We won't really need it until later on, after level 5. What's up, Cajun? Welcome to the stream. We're talking your favorite Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, and Tears. I kind of put Tears and Breath of the Wild together. James says, real talk, I think you play Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2 way too often, but you love them and we're here to hang out and chat with you more than watch the game, so it's not a bad thing. I do, so the thing is, James, I do play it a lot on the stream, on this channels. Yeah, I do. So the Sunday Night Zelda, this time slot for the stream is always going to be this Zelda, Zelda 2, or Link to the Past. So that pretty much stays. As far as during the week, yeah, I have been playing a lot of Zelda content, and people give me that criticism a lot. I don't know, man. I was watching a streamer recently, and he was talking about, people were saying like you kind of play the same games all the time, and he basically said something to the effect of, you know, I would really just like to play the games I like to play, and I don't want to like force myself to play games I don't want to play on stream. And I kind of get that. T99 Queen with the raid. Thank you, T99 Queen. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. You get the big shield in level 1. Bobby says, out of all the Legend of Zelda games, Phantom Hourglass is the worst one. What's yours? Echoes of Wisdom. 100 bits from Gigawatt. Thank you, Gigawatt. I appreciate that, brother. Welcome. You two play the same games all the time. I mean, I do vary my streams. You can see the schedule. There's quite a lot of Zelda on it, but, you know. You've been sneezing all day. Tetris99 Queen with the 100 bits. Thank you. Thank you for the raid, too, Tetris99 Queen. I appreciate that. Nursey G in the house. What's up, Nursey G? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Yeah, you know what? I gotta play that someday, too. We'll probably play it Saturday. Yeah, thank you, James. You're amazing, dude. And you're a subscriber, too, and you've been for a long time, man. Yeah, so, you know, it's somewhat about the games. It's somewhat about just hanging out too. Plus, you know, James, you've been around hanging out for years and years in my streams, and of course, I appreciate it so much, brother. So, you know, you're very familiar with my style, so it may seem like I am repetitive sometimes. GeoGuessr, yeah, Alex, I stream that too. Mega Man, yep. I agree with James. It's been Zelda heavy of late. What I think you should do personally is run through FF1 through 6 pixel remasters. Kyle Calloway, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. You can't stand 4 swords because the game, I find you have to have 4 players. Yeah, exactly. Do I like donuts, Lord? I do like donuts, but I try not to eat them that much because they make me not feel good. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, there's been a lot of Zelda content, and some of it is because I've been super busy with stuff in my personal life, and I kind of go to Zelda just for my comfort games where I don't have to put a lot of effort into prep. But Deal Donuts? Never heard of them. Do they sell them at the supermarket? Oh, dude, I'm gonna get slammed here. What's up, Will Reeves? Welcome to the stream. Speaking of an OG, how you doing, man? Yeah, I played through FF6 Pixel Remaster. Yeah, donuts are terrible for you, but I love them. And I could eat like a whole dozen. I could eat a whole dozen. That's how much I love them. Yeah, I just do my thing. I do my thing, Shane. I mean, you know, I stream. I always say, like, I accept the criticism. I will not ban you or say anything bad about criticism. I accept it. I take it for what it is. I consider it. I just posted the schedule, and there was a comment there that says that said Zelda again, and you know what? Yeah, I get it. I do my thing. I always say, like, if this is like my streams, and if you don't enjoy my content, then it's okay. Like, there's tons of content creators out there, like literally millions of content creators, and I won't be hurt. I just do my thing. I'm pretty chill, laid back type of dude, you know. I just do my thing, and if you want to hang out and come in, that's fine. If you don't like my content or you're bored of it, that's fine too. I don't hate on it. Everyone has the choice to do what they want. I play Zelda like a girl, Gigawatt says. We need more Zelda content, JV says. Cajun says, and I thought you were my bro, Jojo, saying Breath of the Wild is my favorite? It's like, yeah, don't even know you. Next thing you'll be saying you love sweets. What the hell? Dude, Tears is your favorite, bro, but same game engine, right? You like Breath of the Wild, Cajun, right? Come on, bro. Gigawatt says 7 days a week, Zelda all the time. What's up, Tech? Breath is okay. Just okay, bro? I love the Zelda themes, especially Zelda 2, Retro Gamer says. Mike Gillis says, just listen to the podcast interview. Joe can take criticism. The podcast interview? Oh, yeah, that. I was like, what are you talking about at first? I sure can, bro. I wasn't sure what you were talking about, Mike, but I know what you're talking about now. Let's go. Oh, let's go. What's up, Marius? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hello. Welcome. JV says, question Retro Joe, have you ever had spaghetti tacos? I feel like at some point. James Coo, GG's. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Ronald says, if you consider the graphics for its time, it was far ahead. Had Link literally walking in walls. Yeah, 2.5D, not true 3D, but really close. Yeah, it's 2D that makes the illusion that it's 3D, which is huge for the time, for sure. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Phil. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's go. Level 6, everyone's favorite. We ready? Level 6. Spaghetti tacos equal tortilla, spaghetti leftovers, and pickled jalapenos. That's amazing. Brian says, what's up, Brian? Happy anniversary? What kind of anniversary are we talking about, bro? Happy anniversary, Joe, of being here on FB and being here today. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you. What kind of anniversary are we talking about? Tyson, what's up? Could watch Zelda all day. Only thing I miss are the OG red headphones. Oh, man. Tyson, you've been around that long, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, the OG red headphones. Oh, they're back there. I was going to take them out and show everyone. You can fry your spaghetti tacos? Oh boy, let's go. Breath of the Wild is hard. It can be, Toby. Yeah, absolutely. New version still has the slowdowns. Yeah, Mike, the reason why that is because this is running on an NES emulator, and emulators, if they're true to the hardware they're emulating, will have all the features of the original hardware. So the NES slowdown that we're all used to will be there with emulators because it's imitating the original hardware. So all the little quirks of the original hardware will be there. Lord Wolfguard with the raid. Wow, we got what? 3 raids so far in the stream? Let's go. Thank you so much. What's up? What's up? Brian says, just happy anniversary. We're already celebrating with this game and watching you. Thank you, Brian. Ahoy, Entropicus. Welcome to the stream, and ahoy to you. Angel says, Zelda games are cool in my book. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, despite what we've heard in the stream so far, the constructive criticism from everyone, I've streamed a lot of different games over the years, and one of them, for some reason that just randomly came to mind, is Diablo. How is the new Diablo game? I've seen it, like, advertised a lot all around. You would say Tears of the Kingdom is not Zelda? Ooh, I don't know. Never played Zelda, but it feels nostalgic AF. It sure is. Yeah, it sure is. It is nostalgic for me, 100%. I mean, with all the new with all the new Zelda games out, you can really see the influences they take from it. Gara with the Triforce. Wow. That's pretty crazy, man. With the ASCII Triforce. And V says Gara broke her TV. James says, I started around 274 pounds fully clothed, weighing in on the scale at my work. I am now 238 on that scale. Dude, let's go, man. What is that? Like almost 40? That's like almost 40 pounds, man. Right? Dragon Quest 1 HD 2D remake. Yes, that's on the docket. That's actually on the docket, yeah. All right, let's go. Yes, be nice to Angel, JV. Will says, I bought a padded plank pad with stability handles last week, trying to get 20 to 30 minutes of planking variations in per day. My core hurts. Dude, that's really good, right? That's really good. Yeah, so I streamed 3. Remember that, Shane? Remember I did 3? We need a fairy drop. Yeah, I mean, I was like a little worried about it, but let's go. I'm supposed to be Dungeon 7 before 6? Yeah, we were doing that. We were doing that. $6'4", yeah. 200 pounds, huh? And Tropicus, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the fam. Yeah, finish the trilogy thing, yeah. Well, actually, 3 is isn't 3 actually supposed to be before 1 and 2? In like the actual timeline? It goes 3, 1, 2, right? You live in Tucson? I live in Massachusetts, Boston. Yeah, that's why they released 1 and 2 after. Right. Yeah, it would still be in order. Yep. Okay, I mean, I'd consider it. Yeah, muscle weighs more than fat, James, yeah. Well, that's good, man. That's good. Bobby says, love Diablo ever since it came out on PC. Diablo 4 is great. Waiting to play the new DLC. Okay, yeah, so that's the new one, right? Well, didn't they just release something? No, 4 was out like a year ago or so. Am I remembering that correctly? And then they just released something new for Diablo. Yeah, V, that's kind of rough. This is the hardest dungeon so far, yeah. Had to catch a delivery order. A new Diablo is cool thanks to Corn. Thanks to Corn? is, oh, they, yes, I saw that. They like wrote music for it or something. Isn't it, is that what, I saw that. That was like weird. Did they write music for it or something? They did a promo. I know they did a promo. I saw it. I can't believe Korn did that. That's crazy. Diablo 2 new character was released recently. All right, that's what it was, Joe. Also, a tip for you, if you want to have all chats visible everywhere, just use Caster Labs and Tropicus. Yeah, so some streamers have all the chats visible on the screen. I hesitate to do that just because I thought it was... So I think I'm wrong about this, though, but I thought for a while it was against the terms of service for some of the platforms to have the chat from other platforms on there, but I don't think that's true anymore. I don't think that's true. Yeah, I mean, I have a multi-chat for my use. I'm looking at a multi-chat right now in Tropicus, but to have it on the screen, I don't know if that's against terms of service for some of the platforms. I don't know if it is anymore. I don't know if it is. James says, I live in Amarillo, Texas. Our claim to fame is the 72-ounce steak challenge. Yes, a bunch of Cadillacs half buried in the ground and being the helium capital of the world. Otherwise, we're unbearably boring. 1,110 or 1,200 pounds, whichever number was, that was extremely heavy, John says. I saw a guy in YouTube video that said he could live 1,100 pounds, a guy from Yugoslavia. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. J-Stomp says you can do it with Twitch and YouTube now. No more issues with them. All right, I'll have to look into it, J-Stomp, because I knew for a while it was against terms of services for some, but we'll see. Yeah. Pop-out window? Yeah, I'll have to look into it in Tropicus because I got 4 chats. So... oh, lift. Oh, lift, John. Okay, yeah. You weren't talking about, like, weighing, right? Yeah, with symbols of the platform. I have that. I have that in Tropicus. Like, I'm looking at that right now. I just don't have it on the screen. But yeah, I'll have to look into it. Mike Gillis says, you watch the Big Texan live stream, people eating steak. I've never watched it, no. Yeah, it used to be, but no more. Streamer follow Majin Phil does it now. Okay, yeah, all right, cool. I'll have to like make sure. Yeah, I'll have to make sure, but I'm pretty sure you're right because a lot of streamers do it. Yes. Thank you, Entropicus. I appreciate it. What's up, Alpha Nightwolf? Welcome to the stream. That's a few of a lot of bodybuilding, a lot of eating. I mean, dude, if you're gonna do bodybuilding, you gotta eat a lot too. Yeah, that's another reason, V, that I don't do it. But it is nice for everyone to see what everyone's saying across all the platforms. But yeah, yeah. We'll see. Get them gains, bro. Let's go. Diablo 4 just released a DLC expansion, Lord of Hatred, on April 28, 2026. I think that's what I was talking about, Bobby. Yep. Anyone know professional leader Randy Santel? I've heard the name. You like that, Alpha Nightwolf? Yeah. The guy and his girlfriend, Katrina, eats kilos? What? It's good for peeps watching on phone, though. Yeah, I know, in Tropicus. I'll have to consider it. Yeah, I would have to check terms of service. The rules keep changing on platforms. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to be careful about that because I have, like, really good standing. Gara says it used to not be allowed here on Twitch, but now, as you can have chat on screen, it's platform specific though. Most of the time it's not really enforced anyway, but if it is, they decide to, they got you dead to rights. Yeah, so that's what V was just saying, that the policy changes so quickly that, and so much. Over the years, man, I've seen rules change so much, and then they'll send you an email in a notification saying we've changed our terms of service, and then it will be a huge document, like 20 pages of text. It's like, dude, you want me to read through all this? And they might bury it in there, so I don't know, man. It's tough. A lot of the big streamers, though, that I see don't put the multi-chat on screen, so... Yeah, who reads stuff anyway? It's true. I mean, oh, dude, so this is... Not to get into this, but I just have to vent about something. I have a family member who has a lot of medical issues, and the insurance company would send them information, and literally it would be like a packet like this thick with like all this lawyerly like text and language. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, a lot of these people that need this medical care are older, you know, say like, you know, an 80-year-old lady or whatever, right? You think they're going to read through that 100-page packet? It's like, bro, you can't do that. You definitely can't do that. So anyway, if companies are going to send terms of service updates with like, you know, 20,000 word documents, it's like, man, I don't know. Brian says, well, I know Diablo is better thanks to you, Joe, because hearing you talk about it, which is amazing. Yes. Sorry, I got a stuffy nose for some reason. I missed the downward thrust comments, dude. I missed the downward thrust comment, bro. Hey, if I missed something in chat, please feel free to re-put it in chat. Like if you want me to see something and you say it and I miss it, I don't mind at all if you repost it. Just don't spam it. That's all I ask. Up thrust is greater than down thrust? I don't know about that, Gara. I really don't know about that. What's up, Gene? You're welcome. It was a reference to your fine print. Joe says, read the terms of service. Ain't nobody got time for that. Dude, seriously, like, how are you going to read a 20,000 word document? Or whatever it is. Maybe 20,000 words is too long, but... Please tell me I'm right about the insurance stuff. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Waste of life is right. Gara says, depends on who you ask in their, quote, opponent. James says, AI is sketchy, but for things like that, it can find key things and make it, that may be iffy. Oh, right. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, I always say it. We're going to cook the meat in the fire for my boy here. I always say it. AI is a useful tool. It's not a panacea, but it's a useful tool. I love that word, panacea. Make AI read it for you as a podcast? Huh. You know what? I don't know about other AI tools, but ChatGPT will not read long form stuff. I asked ChatGPT to read me. So, okay, I did an experiment with ChatGPT one time. I said, you know, it wouldn't read me a story that was copyrighted. So I was like, all right, Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is out of copyright now. So it's not copyrighted material anymore because of the time limits. So I asked ChatGPT to read me the first chapter of Wizard of Oz, which really isn't that long. It's like a few pages. And it would not do it. It would not do it because it was too long. So anything that's too long, AI tools won't bother. I don't know. I think it's just a data thing, so you don't hog the data. But it wouldn't do anything long. I asked it to read me a story. I asked it to make up a story for me too, and it wouldn't do it. Did I pronounce it wrong, James? Panacea? Panacea? I think it's Panacea. AI doesn't know how many E's are in 17. Did you get that video I sent you? Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, Shane, though. Panaceum in Polish? Oh, really? I read online that Mickey Mouse is also out of copyright. Yep, Steamboat Willie. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Gara says sometimes your opponent doesn't have much energy or defense, so it's an easy finish. Simple down thrust will do, but sometimes they are tactful and mindful, just when they think they've got the better of you. Surprise up thrust, and I'll catch them completely off guard. They'll be slain. Thank you for that, Gara. I needed that encouragement. John Tucker says banks give a lot of terms of service when applying for their accounts. All that junk to read, ridiculous. Sometimes 10 pages won't even remember what you read. I know, that's true. Yeah, I know, it's true. But, you know, the insurance thing is kind of important. And you know what? It was insurance and then healthcare. Like, we have this thing in Massachusetts called Mass Health. It's basically the state healthcare system. And I don't know. Someone's got to go in there and simplify that stuff. You can't have elderly people reading all that. It doesn't make any sense. They send you a ridiculous amount of documents. Panacea. Panacea. Fix all. Exactly. That's what that means. Yep. That's what that means. Yeah. It's really crazy. It's really crazy what they expect people to read. Something's got to be simplified. There's a lot to be said for design, you know. Design in documents, design in systems to make it efficient for people. You don't want healthcare to be more difficult for people. They're already struggling with their health, you know? My pronunciation was correct. Thank you, James. Not to get into the weeds too much about that, but V says you're definitely not wrong about insurance with older people. Though the amount of older folks that call in not realizing they had a co-payment with Medicare is insane. Yeah. Read a 20-page Stephen King book? I would rather do that. For example, Bokoblin, down thrust, Gleok, definitely up thrust. Yeah, because the heads are all above the ground, dude. Yeah. GG's. Thank you, PJ. Thank you, James. Thank you, Joe. Better to have beep, but free healthcare than just pay for specialists. Yeah, the healthcare thing is a whole discussion. But we're going to talk about fun stuff like lasagna and Zelda. Lasagna. No, nothing's free. Nothing's free. That's true. I was the thing that I wanted to make a point about was it's gonna be a lot simpler to navigate. I gotta tell you, it really blew my mind when they sent all that complicated information to one of my older family members, and I was looking at it, I was like, how do they expect an 85-year-old lady who's on state health care to even like understand 2 words of this? It was crazy. Garfield's favorite food was lasagna. Yes, Mosh, what's up? Entropicus says, South American boys. Is that where you're from, Entropicus? John Tucker says, was Obamacare a joke? The rollout was really rough, man. Without getting into politics, it was really rough, bro. I said it back then, too. That was a while ago. Oh, you just moved there? Nice. Hopefully it was good. You love it there? Wow, that's cool. Where did you move from, if you don't mind me asking? Gas prices are like mid $4, Gene. Like $4.20-ish. Murder mystery and true crime books are way more fun to read. Yes, Poland, UK. All right, that's awesome. Bobby says my favorite Stephen King book was Needful Things. Wow. I've heard of it. James says 11,898 pages. That's how long the Wheel of Time series was. And may Amazon be forever beep for what they did to it in the Wheel of Prime. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about, James. You've been living in both the UK and Poland? I heard Poland's very beautiful. Murpon says, Obamacare gave the powers full access to every American healthcare data. If you're going to use online systems, in my opinion, your data is no longer private. There's really should be no expectation of privacy anymore, unfortunately. Everything's blown wide open. Someday we'll get a no-hit on that. And it will be a nice clip. I've gotten it before. UK was cool, but not anymore. Yeah. I knew that was coming, Alpha Nightwolf. I knew it. Josh says my favorite book series is Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Hope they come out with a great TV series about it. Yeah, I've heard about that. John Tucker says I got Gerald's Game, Misery, and Pet Sematary in paperback. That's awesome. James says our gas is $3.60 a gallon. It jumped considerably due to politics. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Yeah. Raged it. Let's go. Yeah, I know, Mosh. I know the chat's rough. It's like the chat's broken over there, dude. Don't get me on that rant, bro. I will never understand how tech companies worth billions and billions of dollars have broken products. I won't understand it. I never will. I never will, Mosh. Never will, brother. No more soapbox tonight, Gara. No more soapbox. We're going to have an enjoyable stream. But that's all I'll say. How does a tech company worth billions of dollars have a broken product? Can you explain that, Gara? Can you? Can you? I dare you to. Soapbox rants are top tier engagement. Let's go, dude. I know, Gara, but there's a lot of it out there, so I try not to do too much of it. But I will, if I'm passionate about something, I'll go for it, brother, you know. What's up, Eddie Pence? What's up, Tony? James says, how do you think they make billions? They cut corners every chance they get. The shame. The shame, bro. The shame. Retro Gamer 87 says, WTH is a soapbox. It's a metaphor for standing up and giving your opinion on something. You said Shane? What, did I call someone Shane by mistake? GG's, let's go. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, James. Yes, four-headed Gleeok no hit, and I can't use it as a clip because I was soapboxing. Soapbox racing though? Let's go! Bedtime, Angel Princess. All right, thanks for hanging. It is 10:01 p.m. here in the Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America area. Good night, Angel Princess. Have a good sleep. No, it's shame sounds like Shane. Oh. For the Shane. For Shane. For Shane. Jay Porter says, idea for future challenge. Beat the whole game with the wooden sword. I've done that before. It's super difficult. Very, very difficult. Your eyelids are beginning to feel the 10 p.m. too? You a bunch of olds? Just kidding. I am. I'm starting to feel it myself. Very loudly giving your opinion. You stand on the box so you can be seen and heard. Right, James. Thank you. So the soapbox analogy comes from back in the day where, you know, before the internets, you had to go into the public square or a public park. And in order to be heard by all the people, the crowds, you would get a box. I guess soap used to come in boxes, like in bulk. You would stand on the box, probably a wooden crate of some type, and you would be high and you would be loud, and you would project your voice to the public, to the people in the public square or the park. So that's where that analogy came from. Ronald says, well, it's been fun as always. Thanks, Joe. I'm checking out. MASH is on now. You know what MASH is on? That means it's time for bed, Ronald. Ronald, thank you for the gifted subs, brother. I appreciate it so much, and the bits and the stars. I think you dropped stars and gifted subs. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. You have a good night. We'll see you soon. What are summers like in Boston? Very hot and humid, honestly. Summers, as we say here. What's up, Payron? In London, there's like a place like that too. Yeah, like a public square. I mean, in Boston, we have the public gardens and the Boston Common. Your brother's name's Joey, Shane? Joy and shame, yeah. How you doing, Payron? Welcome to the stream, my man. Westminster? Oh, Westminster Abbey? Isn't that like a... Isn't that something? You're out, Gene? All right, dude. You too. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging, my man. We'll see you soon. When I think of soapbox, Joe says, I picture those wooden boxes people used to climb into a clawfoot bathtub? Into a clawfoot bathtub? Huh. Skip the wand, Mosh, yep. I believe soapboxes in public is dangerous nowadays, Retro Gamer 87 says. Okay, yeah, what's an abbey? I hear that term all the time. I'm not sure exactly what. Isn't it just like a street? Midnight Truck Driver, what's up? Welcome. Cool name. Oh, you bee-head, bro. No. Did not want to get hit there. Okay, we're good. Oh, it's a chapel? Midnight Truck Driver, you love Zelda games? Well, you've come to the right place. Bobby says, I heard that Boston strong accent when you said summer. Yeah, I did it on purpose, Bobby. Summer. We got really hot summers here, bruh. That's the Boston accent, which ironically, or not ironically, but interestingly, is adapted from the British accent, I guess. That's what I heard. I looked up where the Boston accent came from, and I guess it's like a holdover from the British accent, but I don't know how true that is. Dave Nortonson, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Entropicus says Brits are just weird in that way. They call streets that too. Entropicus says, I learned the American ways now. Let's go. Oh, learning. Yes, absolutely. As I am American. I am an American. Don't get too beat up here. Whew. I did not give up on it, Dave. I'm live there right now. I'm live on four platforms now. They just don't push my content anymore because that's the way it is over there. Oh, you bee-head, bro. So you might not see it. Oh boy, let's go. But you can watch where you would like, Dave. Obviously. James O'Gara says, going to Boston in June. Let's go, James. Welcome, welcome. Roger Miller made a song all about the stuff England swings like pendulums do, Shane says. Interesting. Joe says, I moved around a lot, but I remember when I was a kid, one house we lived in was really old, so it had a clawfoot bathtub with a wooden box next to it. Yeah, yeah. I think when you said that, Joe, I kind of pictured it. I've been in a lot of old houses, but... Mel Reynolds, what's up? They're the hardest enemies in Zelda 1. Yes, the blue whiz robes. Yep. They are. Chris, you says, can I shout out for my friend Juan Tababari? Did I pronounce that right? Juan Tababari, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I assume Juan is here with us, right? How many streams? I'm on 4 different platforms. Midnight Trucker, Midnight Truck Driver. Yeah, TikTok. Also. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Could I sidebar with you sometimes, Mel says? Could I sidebar with you sometimes all the equipment you use? What do you... Oh, Mel, you mean all my streaming equipment? Is that what you mean? What do you mean by sidebar? Oh, into streaming? You know, I don't mind doing that at all. It's kind of a lot of stuff. I guess someday I could do a video on all the equipment I use, kind of an inside look. Basically what you need though, Mel, it's pretty straightforward. You need a webcam, you need a decent PC, like a pretty powerful PC, because encoders are processor, they kind of hog your processor a bit, and especially if you're running the game on your PC and running the encoder or the broadcast software. You need basically a webcam, a microphone, and a PC, and a capture card if you're running consoles. And that's basically all you need. Now it gets a little complicated as far as like audio mixers. So I use an audio mixer, like a very simple one, so I can hear my voice in my head. I have an audio interface for my microphone. So it does get a bit complicated, but you just have a regular USB microphone and webcam. That's basically all you need. And like I said, if you're going to run consoles, you need a capture card. Good night, JV. Thanks for hanging tonight. We'll see you soon. Jorshak Jason says, let's go wild. What's up, Jorshak Jason? Joe says, thinking of old time, I can picture an old advertisement saying asbestos, the wonder fiber of the future. That's crazy. I appreciate that, JV. I've been dreaming a lot lately, actually. I've been having a lot of dreams. You know those times when you dream a lot? Yeah, just get into it. I mean, the big thing with doing this is, I tell people all the time, don't overthink it too much. Oh shoot, I'm not in the place I thought I was. Yeah, don't overthink it. If you're like, should I go live today? Should I go live? What am I gonna play? This and that. You just go live, right? Just put the content out there. Yeah, don't overthink it. And the reason why I know that is I tended to do that early on in my streaming career. I was like, oh, I gotta do this, gotta do that, I gotta think about what games, like do research and this and that, and you end up just not going live, and you end up just sitting there thinking the whole time, and you're better off just putting the content out there, you know? I mean, it takes work. It's not like it's just nothing, but it's yeah, just do it. Just do it. I mean, there were some times in my early streaming career where, you know, I would sit in front of my computer and hesitate to go live, and you know, the thing is, if you're gonna be consistent about it, then there's gonna be days where you don't feel like going live in front of people, but over time you get used to it and it just becomes part of your schedule, and that's just how it is. Honestly, if you're going to be consistent about it, it almost becomes like a job. I hate to say it that way, but it almost becomes like a job where sometimes like you may not feel like playing video games that day, or you might not feel like going in front of people on a microphone. You got to remember, when you do this, you're putting yourself out there to the entire internet. You're on a mic, your face is on camera. You know, unless you use an avatar or you have no face cam, but it is my belief that if you want to go anywhere in the streaming world, you got to have a face cam, or at least an avatar or something on screen. Although it seems like some streamers are successful without a face cam, but I don't know. In my opinion, it makes it much more personal and enjoyable if the streamer has a face cam, because you feel like you're hanging out with them. You know, it's like you're hanging out with them. So, you know, and that's kind of the vibe you want, like a hangout. At least that's what I go for. And the other thing too, you got to realize about streaming is it's really an art form. So everyone does it differently. And you know, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you have to be like other people. You just do it the way you want. So you just do it the way you want, you know. It certainly is an art form. But it is quite an involved thing, though. Joe, Gar says, Joe, you should do what many streamers do, and in your announcements or different channels in your Discord, make a post that says my equipment and then list everything you use, including PC and specs. Yes, yeah. I've been wanting to do that, Gara, honestly. And I've been wanting to give a tour of all my equipment, but I just haven't done it yet, man. I know. There's a lot of things I'd like to do, but just haven't got around to doing it. I got a busy life, man. But that's true. That's a good idea. Oh boy, let's go. JV says, dude, not everyone can do what you do. You have personality and charisma. No one can fake or buy that. You either have it or you don't. You do. Thank you so much, GV, for saying that. I appreciate that. Chad Mullins with the follow. James says, I have a suggestion for you. If you have a reliable internet connection on your phone, you could take us hiking with you sometimes. It would be a fun stream. I've done that before, James, on the talk side. But yeah, it's a good idea. There's one thing though about that is I don't get good service out there sometimes in some places, so that's the one thing. But yeah, I could. Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite places, dude, is to be out there. I haven't been out there in a while because of personal life stuff, but ready for this? Let's go. That's it, everyone. No death, no potion run of Zelda 1. Legend of Zelda. Let's go. We got a little beat up at the end, but we got it. Let's go. GG's. Grant, Nursey G, Mystic, James, Joe, James Cood, Gara, Alpha, Justin Vogel, Josh, Thomas Baker, Entropicus, JV, Shane, Retro Gamer 87, Jason, James Christian, Tony, Joe, Jay, thank you so much. Daniel, what's up, brother? No notification. Kevin with the GGs. Big Rees 36 with the well done. Thank you. Bobby with the GGs. Thank you for the follow, Big Rees. Appreciate it. Midnight Truck Driver. Thank you for hanging. You have a good night. Thank you, James Coo. Thank you, James McGuire. Thank you for the love, everyone. Let's give some quick shout outs before we head out. We had some gifts over on TikTok. Kayshawn, Matt, N. Thank you for those. Tetris 99 Queen, Gigawatt with the bits. Entropicus with the follow. Thank you, Wolfguard. Lord Wolfguard with the raid earlier. I appreciate that. T99 Queen with the raid earlier. Thank you, T99 Queen. Shout out to you. Ronald with the 5-pack of gifted subs earlier. Thank you so much for that, Ronald. Truly appreciate you. Stars over on the blue side. We had Mike Bell with a huge 2,000 star drop. Thank you so much, Mike Bell. Love you, brother. Ronald with 130 over there, too, and 100 drop. Justin Vogel with a 150. Thank you for the likes, shares. Thanks for hanging, everyone. Have a good week. Sunday Night Zelda has come to an end. You all have a good night. Check the schedule for streams coming up this week. Peace out, y'all. Later.